Just when it felt like the as-ever storyline couldn't possibly get more uncomfortable, Meghan Markle somehow found a way to raise the bar, and not in a good way. This time, she unveiled a brand new homepage image that immediately took over the internet, and not because people loved it. The photo looks less like a polished brand launch, and more like something pulled from the reject pile of an experimental art school project. And yes, this wasn't hidden on some obscure page. It was proudly placed front and center on her website. The image itself is black and white. Very serious, very artsy. Meghan is wearing what can only be described as a designer rain hat that somehow resembles a jam cozy, while hiding behind a booklet stamped with the words, as ever. Is it supposed to be a menu? A journal? A personal manifesto? No one seems to know. What people do know is that the whole thing feels like an audition still from a low-budget European indie film titled Woman Unsure of Her Brand. If self-roasting were an Olympic event, this photo would walk away with gold. Without a single critic lifting a finger, Meghan managed to do the damage herself. For reasons known only to her and possibly her PR team, this image was approved, edited, and published as the visual identity of her brand. And that's the real issue here. There's no food, no products, no craftsmanship. Just Meghan, styled like Audrey Hepburn's long-lost cousin who sells artisanal jam on Etsy. It's clear she believes she's creating something iconic and timeless. But what it actually gives is, I found this hat in a clearance. Been and decided to build my personality around it. The pose is awkward. The expression is stiff. The vibe feels forced. The end result is pure secondhand embarrassment. And unfortunately, this photo is only the beginning. Because while serving the internet this visual chaos, Meghan also announced another Valentine's Day collaboration with Los Angeles chocolate brand Compartés. Yes, again. The white label chocolate has officially returned. This time the promotion promised a romantic love letter in chocolate. What buyers actually got were more overpriced bars packed with ingredients that sound like they were gathered during a nature walk. Bee pollen, hemp hearts, flower sprinkles. Basically a health food salad pretending to be dessert. Her last chocolate launch was already dragged across social media for being strange, confusing, and wildly overpriced. Nearly £9 per bar. For what many people described as weeds trapped in chocolate. Naturally, the response to that criticism was to do it again. Because why learn from feedback when you can simply ignore it in beige packaging? The product photos don't help her case either. Dirty platters. Wrinkled linens. Tripod shadows clearly visible. Poor lighting that makes it hard to even see the chocolate. Nothing about it looks luxurious or appetizing. In fact, it somehow manages to look less appealing than discount baking chocolate from a gas station. It's the perfect example of high-budget branding paired with painfully low-effort execution. Every few weeks, as ever teases something new. A launch is hinted. Expectations rise. And then release day arrives. Only for people to realize it's the same products again. Just shuffled into slightly different boxes. At this point, the brand feels less like a lifestyle empire and more like a clearance sale fueled by mood boards and Pinterest quotes. The timing makes even less sense. Dropping chocolate on a Saturday right before Valentine's Day is a logistical gamble. Higher shipping costs, tighter delivery windows, and a greater chance the product doesn't arrive on time. Considering her past shipping issues, it's certainly a bold choice. So now customers are expected to pay premium prices plus shipping and hope their chocolate doesn't melt, expire, or disappear somewhere in transit. Meanwhile, it's February. Chocolate is everywhere. Supermarkets, pharmacies, gas stations, all stocked, all affordable, all reliable. So why would anyone take this risk? Even the seasonal strategy feels chaotic. Christmas-style spices showing up in spring. Valentine's jam drops. Random restocks tied to random holidays. It's as if products are being thrown at a calendar and whatever lands gets labeled a collection. Between the awkward homepage photo, the recycled jam concept, and the questionable chocolate relaunch, the message is becoming impossible to ignore. Meghan still seems determined to manifest success through aesthetics, alone, hoping the image will carry what the substance never quite delivers. And just as a small update, online reaction over the past few days has been especially brutal, with even longtime supporters questioning who this brand is actually for, a sign that patience with the as-ever experiment may finally be wearing thin.